Hello everyone, welcome to Story Time with the Princess. Today we're going to be finishing my story. So this is where we left off. I wasn't able to go to the ball because my sisters had destroyed my dress. There's nothing to believe in, nothing, I sobbed. I didn't notice the lights that twinkled and danced all around me. But Jacques and Gus did. They could hardly believe their eyes. The lights turned into a kind-looking woman. The woman patted my head and said, "You must believe in something, or I wouldn't be here. And here I am, so dry your tears. Now, where did I put my wand?" The woman was my fairy godmother. Everything I needed was given to me by my fairy godmother from things that were right there in our very garden. The fairy godmother waved her wand. Bippity, boppity, boo. 4 mice became 4 white horses. Bippity, boppity, boo. A pumpkin turned into a beautiful coach. A horse became the coachman, and a dog became the footman. The fairy godmother was very pleased. "Hop in, my dear. We can't waste time," she urged. Don't you think my dress—" I began. "Good heavens, child! You can't go like that," said the fairy godmother. Bippity, boppity, boo. Suddenly I was wearing the gown of my dreams, and on my feet I wore glass slippers. The fairy godmother said, "Like all dreams, my magic must end. At midnight, the spell will be broken." I promised to be good and to be home before midnight, and I rode off to the ball. The ball had already begun, and the king was not very happy. He wanted his son to marry. The prince had danced with all the girls at the ball, but he had not fallen in love with any of them. "Love at first sight only happens in fairy tales," the duke told the king. At that moment, I made my entrance. The prince stared in wonder. Here was the girl of his dreams, and he asked me to dance. I danced with the prince around the ballroom. Everyone wondered about the beautiful girl. "Do we know her?" Drusilla asked. "The prince seems to," Anastasia said jealously. "There is something familiar about her," my stepmother added. When the dance ended, the prince and I walked into the garden, and we were falling in love. Then suddenly, the clock struck midnight. "I must go," I sighed. "Wait," called the prince, but I couldn't wait. As I fled, I lost one of my glass slippers. The prince showed the glass slipper to the duke. "Find the girl whose foot fits this slipper. I will marry her," the prince said. Meanwhile, my dress had become rags again. The coach was now a pumpkin. The horses had become mice again, and the coachman and footman had turned back into a horse and a dog. All I had left was a glass slipper. The duke searched the entire kingdom for the girl whose foot fit the slipper. Soon everyone knew that the prince would marry that girl. When I heard this, I got a dreamy look in my eyes, and my stepmother saw the dreamy look. She didn't want me to marry the prince. So she locked me in my room, and she put the key in her pocket and left Gus and Jacques as they saw everything. "We've got to get that key," Jacques cried, and Gus agreed. The 2 brave mice managed to get the key from my stepmother's pocket. They struggled to get the key up the stairs because it was very heavy for the mice. Jacques and Gus had to hurry. The duke had just arrived. His footman carried the glass slipper. Anastasia tried on the slipper, and her foot was much too big. Drusilla tried next. She couldn't even fit her toes into the slipper. "Are there any other ladies in the house?" asked the duke. "There's no one else," the stepmother answered. The duke was about to leave when I came down the stairs. Jacques and Gus had freed me. "May I try on the slipper?" I said. But the cruel stepmother tripped the footman, and the footman fell, and the slipper broke. Luckily, I had the other glass slipper. Of course, it fit perfectly. The prince and I were soon married. It was my dream come true. Jacques and Gus weren't surprised, because they always knew if you keep on believing, That's just what dreams do.